Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to react to the Monat Elite. This video might be a 3-parter or a 4-parter. We will see. I'm not through all the content yet, but I was so excited. I was like, oh, I need to film this video. Full credit about this video idea goes to the Clown Town. They had a live stream where they were reacting to the Monat Elite. And I totally piggyback on that and I want to do this as well. It will be a different take, different posts, different approach to this. But if you're interested in Monat and this type of content and you want to see where the original idea came from, I will link the Clown Town's channel down below and also the live stream. I saw that they're having part 2 out. Haven't watched that yet, but I will also link it down below. And if you're interested in this type of content, then I would also encourage you to check out Echo Echo's channel, because the Clown Town and Echo Echo did a live stream together where they reacted to 2 Monat people that are Elite 2023, and it was glorious because you remember when Monat reps claim they love on each other, they're linking arms, they're working together, there's no cattiness in the company. There was an upline and their downline, both Elite, and it was quite obvious that the vibe was off. They didn't like each other. I will link Echo Echo's channel down below as well, and that specific video, it is hilarious. So go ahead and check these out. But now let's get into the Monat Elite video here. This is a fun video idea, although I said I'm going to switch the content up, and I will. I'm including more MLMs, but this is Monat, and Monat is very special, and Monat Elite is also supposed to be very, very special. Those are the top people that were able to qualify for a cruise in the Mediterranean in May 2023. And the top 10 people in the company were able to qualify. So my thought process naturally is they're the ones who really know what they're doing. They're able to present the business opportunity and the products in an ethical way. They're the tippity top dogs. Their downline is appreciating them, praising them. They're copying what they're saying. They're copying what they're doing. Let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at some of their posts. Let's take a look at some of the information they're spreading, because they're the top people in Monat. Monat is thriving. Monat is doing amazingly, according to the company and according to the reps themselves. So everything is fine and dandy. And in that case, I'm sure that the top 10 people will be able to showcase this on their social media as well, without a doubt. I will speak about the top Elite people from 2023, places 10 to 7 in this video. And then I will follow up as we go along. To give you some background, what is actually Monat's Elite? There are certain qualifications because this was a trip that you had to qualify for, and Monat states very clearly in their qualification what you have to do if you want to participate in the Elite trip. Monat Elite 2023 will take place on the Mediterranean coast, May 16th till the 24th, 2023. Official dates, blah, blah. This is over. We've seen a lot of cringy posts. I just recently filmed an MLM Top Fails video. It is MLM Top Fails number 15, where I react to one of the people that are considered elite. Let's just say it didn't go so well, and they were on that cruise. It's funny. Who is eligible for Monat Elite 2023? Any market partner in the United States, Canada, the US, Ireland, Poland, Lithuania, Spain, or Australia who achieves a career director rank AED/ED/SED by September 30th, 2022 is eligible. To participate, directors must be compliant with Monat policies and procedures and in good standing with the company. So it is open to all the market partners who are at one of the 3 director ranks. That is 0.04% of people in the company that are eligible for this. And from what I can tell, the participants are all from the United States. There are also some people I'm not fully familiar with, so it might be that there might also be a Canadian distributor, but I think they're from the United States. Nobody from UK, not Ireland, not Poland, not Lithuania, Spain, or Australia. But it's a great opportunity, right? It's not just to feed the US business. To qualify for this, you have to have a career director rank by September 30th last year. You have to maintain the paid as rank or higher 6 out of 12 months, and 3 out of those 6 months, you must be paid as director rank. So you must be high up in the company, you must have a big ass team, and you must be a paid as director at least for 6 out of 12 months. Up to 10 qualifying directors and points earned during the qualification period will be invited. In the event of a tie, the tiebreaker will be determined by the total number of blocks built by the directors. In order to be able to participate in this trip, you have to be at one of the director ranks, or you had to be at one of the director ranks for a certain period of time, and you must have a certain amount of people on your team who also hit certain ranks, and then you get certain points for that. That is what is stated below. So you're getting points to promote a new managing market builder. That is the 5th or the 6th rank from the bottom. You get 6 points. For the higher ranks, you get 8, 10, 12, or 14 points. So you must have a big team, and in that big team, you must have people who are also at a certain ranks. Then you get your points, and the more points you have, the more likely it is that you will go on this cruise. That's it for the background, and let's start with the Monat Elite of 2023. Monat's number 10, Elite 2023, is Brittany Rose, our faithful shampoo dealer. I'm going to go through some of the most recent posts. I picked one post per person, otherwise we would be here forever. And I believe that also the Clown Town reacted to this one. There will be new ones coming up, but this is too good. Brittany Rose is a senior executive director. She has a big-ass team. She was able to get enough points to just slide into the Elite of 2023. And these are her quality posts and reels where she is presenting the Monat business opportunity. In this post, she says that she is thankful she didn't listen to the ones that told her that direct sales is a scam, because she was inducted into the $1 Million Club at the MDC. I'm disappointed already because that doesn't make any sense. So people told you direct sales was a scam? You didn't believe them? And now you're in the MDC. That doesn't prove to me that Monat is not a scam. But let's go through the caption. I'm sure she will be a lot better there. I'm absolutely sure. I mean, this is the number 10 within the company, within the entire company. You are entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts. And when you know the facts, you can't argue the success of this company. I'm already missing the facts in this post, but maybe she is explaining that. I would love to hear the facts. I sit here and think, what if I hadn't said yes? My whole world would look different. My husband would still be working endlessly as a Los Angeles City fireman. We would still be living paycheck to paycheck. We wouldn't be building our dream home. It's crazy to think of just how different it would be. I'm afraid it's not getting any better. So her firefighter husband, who made around $100,000 per year, he's now retired thanks to you, but yet you lived paycheck to paycheck. I don't believe that. The income range of official workers or of official servants in certain countries, in certain cities, is publicly available, and firefighters in Los Angeles make about that money. It doesn't necessarily sound paycheck to paycheck to me. I get it, you live in Los Angeles, you have children, but that seems like a good amount of money for me, even for a family of 4. And then if you know anything about Brittany Rose, she's a very faithful person, so is her husband, and of course they would never lie to you. But then again they did, because her husband would not be working as a fireman anymore because he refused to get the necessary vacation to be able to continue to work as a firefighter in Los Angeles. That is a requirement from the city of Los Angeles, and he and Brittany are very clearly anti-vax, anti-mask, very openly on their posts, and that is why he left, because otherwise he would have gotten fired. So no, he wouldn't have worked here. And this is not a discussion about vaccination, yes or not, masks, yes or not. It is a requirement in the city of Los Angeles, and he didn't follow those guidelines. That is why he had to quit. Otherwise, he would have been fired. It's a discussion about being honest and about being truthful. So you're totally misrepresenting this because no, your husband wouldn't be working as a firefighter and you didn't choose to retire him. So that post is already built on a big fat lie. The best part, it hasn't just changed my life, it's changed so many others. Monat has opened the door to 85 new millionaires in the past 7 years. 71 have been inducted into the $1 Million Club, 11 have been inducted into the 5 MDC, 4 have been inducted into the 10 MDC. That is also false. If you're being inducted into the MDC, that doesn't mean that you're a millionaire. It means that you were able to make $1 million in commission over the time you spent in Monat. So if you joined Monat 7 years ago, and this year or last year you were inducted into the MDC, means that you made $1 million in commission over those 7 years. That doesn't make you a millionaire. You were still able over the course of this year to make a good amount of money for scamming others, for selling shampoo and for inspiring other people and for helping other people. That doesn't make you a millionaire. They now also have the 15 MDC. One person, out of 300,000 distributors is in that category. I would argue that that person very likely is a millionaire, and potentially also the people that are in the 10 MDC and in the 5 MDC. Mind you, that is all before expenses and before taxes. So no, just because you're inducted into the MDC doesn't mean that you are a millionaire. And let's talk about the numbers here. 85 people, that's a lousy number for people to be in the MDC overall after 7 years. Now 8 years. When you have over 300 consultants in the United States alone, that is laughable. And that is actually a very pitiful story. But I guess she's not going to show you the other side, the downside, so let's roll with this. I'm not sure if becoming a millionaire is a dream of yours. But regardless, wouldn't you want to join a company that gives you the best opportunity? Now, I'm not sure if people always want to be a millionaire, but I would take that as a synonym for being financially stable. Most people will say yes, but there is one thing I can guarantee you, Monat is not the best opportunity for that. And we will go through the income disclosure statement in a bit, just to prove it. Because we're talking facts, and I would like to actually pull out the facts, and I haven't seen facts so far. If you have been curious about Monat and what this world of social selling looks like, DM me and let's talk. So she's called what she's doing there direct sales and social selling. Mind you, she's not talking about multi-level marketing, which is what she's actually doing, because direct sales is not necessarily multi-level marketing. And I believe she's avoiding that term because it has a negative stigma attached to it. Because there's lots of content available and lots of people that are very outspoken about the dangers of multi-level marketing. I'd love to chat and answer your questions. I'm sure you want to do that because that is kind of the first step of how you're able to make money. You gotta chat with people, answer their questions, totally truthful, I'm sure. And then you try to pitch them the business opportunity and you try to recruit them. And I would argue that Pretty Rose is not doing that well because she's number 10. And one thing I would like to point out is that these people we're talking about here probably still make a good amount of money compared to your average Jane or average Joe, but they also have a lot of expenses. Because if you have those big mansions and those cars, first of all, you will have to pay a good amount of taxes. Then I believe it is pricey to be a part of Monat, especially if we see these lavish gifts the uplines give their people. They throw parties for them. If you ever meet up at Reunion or at Monations, it's kind of expected. You throw a party for them, pricey presents. So I think that they will also spend a lot of money. The results are not typical, that is true. Monat makes no guarantee that you will achieve similar results. Your results will depend on your hard work and effort. No, they don't. The average annual income for all U.S. market partners at all ranks, which includes active and inactive market partners in 2019, was $809. Why are you quoting an old one? The one for 2021 is out. Pretty. Come on, facts. 36% of U.S. market partners were not active in 2019, therefore did not earn any commissions. That doesn't make this income disclosure statement any better. It just means that the majority of people are not able to make money. The majority of people in Monat are always at the lowest rank and will lose money. We will take a look at that in a second. I mean, for legal reasons, I'm glad she's including this because she has to. But yeah, her story is not typical for Monat. The MDC club shittery is not typical for Monat. 80-something people out of 300,000 is a sad story. So Monat is not the best opportunity in my opinion. And this also doesn't prove that Monat is not a scam, and what you do is also not scamming other people, because that is what I believe is happening here, in my opinion, allegedly. I believe that Monat is a scam. I believe that Monat operates as a pyramid scheme, although it hasn't been declared as such officially yet. And I believe that the majority of money comes from the people in the downline. I actually know that for a fact, and that is why I believe it is a scam. So she hasn't really proven to me that it's not a scam. rather that it's a scam that worked out for her, and she has to do posts like this to keep the scam alive. But that is once again just my opinion, not stating this as fact. Let's take a look at number 9. Number 9 is Toni van Choik, one of the first people to ever enter Monat. So let's see. I hope that she will be able to speak more truthfully on this post. Let's see what she's up to. Cannot play the audio, but it says, you do this every day? Yeah, why? Because I love it. The text says them, you cheer people on every day. Me, you know it. Them, why? Me, because I love it. Which is ironic because she's sitting on a stage. So it looks like people are cheering her on and she's clapping. But hey, no, these are the elite people. They know what they're doing. Let's take a look at the caption. I don't care what anyone else says. You will never be a great leader if you don't have love for those you mentor and if their goals are not just as important as yours. Because you will never rise without helping others rise. Hashtag trending, hashtag leadership, hashtag leadership development, hashtag business tips. Oh, is that a business tip? Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag lift others up. To give you some background on Toni, because you might not have heard much of her before, that is because she is considered a dinosaur. She called herself that. Her words, not mine. Lots of the people who joined first, I know 3 of those, they joined during the pre-launch phase in Monat. Monat at this point is 8 or 9 years old, and she is one of the people that joined at the very, very beginning. I kind of got introduced to her last year when she started to be back on her social media, on opportunity calls, on team calls, presenting the Monat business opportunity to her downline and to potential new recruits. I believe she was able to live a good life for a lot of years, and that's why we didn't really see her that much. She seems to have a rather pricey lifestyle, a lavish mansion with a pool. Apparently she's not fond of paying taxes. I believe we didn't see much of her because she didn't have the need to be on opportunity calls, trying to entice people to join. But the fact that somebody who was one of the very, very first people to join Monat, who for years was one of the top income earners, has now dropped to number 9 in Monat Elite 2023 is concerning. That means that a lot of people on her team have gone. They left. That means that her paycheck is crumbling, and it also means that she doesn't have as many people in her downline anymore, and she was barely able to recruit enough to make the top 10 in Monat. So that is concerning. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure she's still making a lot of money compared to what normal people, average people who don't scam other people, I'm sorry, I don't know why that is coming to my mind all the time, who do not sell Monat shampoo to other people. Sure, she's still making a lot of money, but it looks like she's not doing as well as she did before. Then she talks about leadership here, which I find hilarious because Monat people, Monat Elite people, they're not necessarily leaders. If you want to be considered a leader in Monat, what you have to do is build a big enough team. That's it. No other credentials. You don't need to be knowledgeable in the HR department, how to actually support people be successful, how to actually manage people, guide them through their difficult times. You don't have to have any sort of business idea, business degree, business information. Recruit as many people as possible, and then you call yourself a leader. And in this case, there is some truth in this post. So first time we're seeing some truth because she pretty much says, I love helping other people, and you're never a great leader if you only do it for yourself. Now that is MLM language, so let me rephrase that into normal people, average people, hateful people, anti-MLM people. It means you need to recruit a lot of people, and you need to make sure that some of those people, very few, but some, are also able to recruit, to rise in the ranks, and to hit certain qualifications so that you yourself can also rise in the ranks and, in this case, participate in Elite. It is not because you love other people. The majority of people in their downline are still not making money and are losing money. So yeah, Toni van Choik on number 9. Doesn't look that fly to me. Are you still trending? Really? Because it doesn't look like that to me. The next person at number 8 is Kendall Weldon. There are a couple of people I haven't heard of much before or ever before, so if you want to dive into new Monat leaders, be my guest. We're learning as we go along. Kendall is on number 8, and she had an interesting video on her Instagram. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, just a little pro tip if you did not know, use the oil on your sunburn. If you have this oil and you get burned, I've already put a little bit on my face, but put it on your face, put it on your neck, rub it in, do an oil treatment while you're sitting out by the pool. On your hair, I put this all over my lips, my hands. I mean, I truly use this all over. And it really helps with sunburn. So, if you haven't tried it yet, give it a shot and take a before and after picture because you will be shocked. We were out at the pool for 6 hours today. I kept my face pretty covered, so I think that's good, but I still put oil on it. Hi. Stevie just got in here.
I will have to cut some of this out because she's at the pool with her family and she's showing her children, and I don't want to showcase on my channel, but she's out at the pool and then she's given this glorious advice to use Monat's Rejuveneek oil on your face. If you have a sunburn, then it will help with that, and then you can sit out by the pool and wait for it to do its magic, and then you can also use it everywhere on your body. She also has a slide afterwards about the Rejuveneek oil, so that's what we're talking about here. This is once again somebody I would like to remind everybody is considered elite in Monat. She's at number 8, and she's giving you the advice to rub oil on your face, because it really helps with sun and sunburn, and you can sit outside while you're waiting for it to do its magic. And you can also rub it all over. And I mean, since we're talking facts, that is absolutely something that you should do. So really oil yourself up, go into the sun, lay by the pool, and then afterwards, when you're burnt to crisps after 6 hours by the pool, in the sunlight, rub some more oil on it. And specifically use Rejuveneek oil because that is not pricey at all. Explain that it's irony. Do I really have to do that? People don't understand that this was ironic? Okay. Yeah, my employee, Phantom Rider, says, make sure people understand it's irony. It's irony, people. Okay, Shelly, it's irony. Let's talk about this. First of all, let's talk about the Rejuveneek oil. And I will have to pull out my glasses for this. Let's take a look at their bestseller. The Rejuveneek oil is a proprietary blend of 13 plus natural plant and essential oils for hair and skin. It's 30 milliliters for $116 USD retail price, or if you're a VIP customer, $99 USD. That in itself is already a pricey item to rub all over your face and over your body. Also as kind of a sun protection or an after sun day care. There are other things out there that I believe are less pricey, but I'm sure this will do wonders for you and it's a great idea. That's irony as well. Monat specifies that it's a proprietary blend of 13 natural plant and essential oils. Precision dropper can also be used as a facial or body moisturizer. Versatile, rinse off or leave on hair and face or body. Add to your mask or cream for a boost of moisturization. While Monat says you can use it on your body, they don't necessarily say this is great if you have a sunburn or if you want to go into the sun. We will take a look at the ingredients list in a second. Without any irony, with full honesty, I will pop up some information that I easily and quickly found online from reputable sources. They're in German, but I would encourage you to do your own research on this topic, especially now that we're in summer, that it's a really bad idea to use an oil on your skin if you want to protect yourself from sunburn. Because if you go into the sun, an oil will be an accelerator. I don't know if you were born in the 80s, if you existed there. I have lots of not so fond memories of the 80s when it comes to the fashion and when it comes to the music. But one thing I remember for sure is that there were lots of oily people lying by the pool and on the beach. damage. Mostly stupid German and British tourists who were laying out by the pool fully oiled up because they wanted to get a tan more quickly. And that's what oil on your skin does. It's an accelerator, so when you step into the sun, you will get a tan more quickly. That is why people in the 80s applied that to their bodies. Yeah, that was a slippery century, but it also maximizes the impact of dangerous UV rays. So oil on your skin in the sun is the exact opposite of sunscreen. Sunscreen is there to protect you from the sun. You have to apply it in a thick layer and you have to reapply it because you sweat it off every couple of hours and also remove yourself from the sun. But oil on your skin will not protect you from the sun. And also putting Monat's bestseller, at least according to the people that are in Monat, onto your skin will not help with that. It is not a miraculous thing that will help to protect you from the sun. It is actually a double whammy. So if you really want to damage your skin, then go ahead and do that. It's irony. I don't like to say that all the time. I think people understand. Thank you for listening. And with Rejuvenique oil, you're actually in for a treat because it's a double whammy. Because you will burn to crisps for various reasons. Number one, because you're putting an oil on your skin. And number two, if we take a look at Monat's ingredients list, have a couple of ingredients that are double damaging if you go into the sun with that. There are certain oils that you should avoid if you go into the sun because they leave your skin extra sensitive to sun damage, like bergamot oil, lime oil, lemon oil. So all of the fruity oils. Could also include grapefruit or orange oil. And if we take a look at the full ingredients list of Monat's Rejuvenique oil, we see that it includes bergamot oil, lime oil, beautiful, lemon oil, awesome, citral, plus, beautiful. That is a fragrant liquid, current in citrus and lemongrass oils and used in flavorings and perfumes. So another citrus oil-based ingredient. And then we have limonene, also beautiful because it is a colorless liquid hydrocarbon with a lemon-like scent present in lemon oil, orange oil, and similar essential oils. So congrats. If you follow Monat Elite's advice and you put oil onto your skin when you go into the sun, you might burn to crisps because it is an oil and then it also includes a lot of oils like citrus oil, bergamot, etc. that leave your skin a lot more sensitive to the sun as well. Monat's Rejuvenique oil is one of their best sellers because in my opinion, the people that buy this product the most are the reps that are in the company. So why would a leader jump on their social media and make such nonsensical, non-scientific statements? Because either she doesn't know this herself or because it is her primary goal to make sure that lots of people buy lots of Rejuvenique oil. And it is such a pricey item, it is such a pricey oil, you want to make sure that people use it up rather quickly, rub it all over their body, use it for whatever. I've even seen reps explain that it is good if you want to clean a tombstone. So yes, in that case, I think she's trying to drive the sales here. Use this pricey oil. Use it all over your body. Also use it when you go into the sun so that she is able to make more money, so that she's able to participate in the sales and in the purchases of her own team. This is not scientific. Be very careful. Do not put oil onto your skin if you step into the sun. It works as an accelerator and not as a sun protection. And if you're ever in the situation that you do get a sunburn, then also please do not rub oils onto your face. They will very likely not do a thing for you. There are certain tips, I will pop those up once again from the German website, but do your own research as well if you want to take a look at that. Like I said, we're in summertime now, so it is likely that you might get a little bit of a rash or of a sunburn, but get out of the sun first and foremost. Cool your skin, not with ice because it is too cold and it might cause more damage, but with a cool cloth to cool down your skin. And then you can also use perfume-free lotions and gels. And those perfume-free lotions or gels, they can help you with the pain if you have a sunburn. And then also drink enough water to replenish the hydration in your body because it's very likely that you lost a lot of water because of your burned skin. That is something where you don't need to buy any products for. Hydrate your body. And then there are also certain ingredients you can watch out for, you can look out for if you want to help the healing process of your body, like panthenol, for example, or cortisone products. They might be able to help, not rejuvenate oil. Once again, this is the Elite of Monat 2023. This was number 8. Let's take a look at number 7. Maybe finally there will be some facts. At number 7 of the Monat Elite list, we find Ashley Drizzy. Never stumbled upon this person either, so let's take a look. She's at number 7, and this is a post she had up on her Instagram. What do I do for a living? I help people fall in love with their life. No great story ever started with, and then I was playing it safe. Swallow your pride, lean into the tug on your heart. Life is too short, and it could look totally different if you go all in on yourself. Okay, let's start at the top with a quote. I help people fall in love with their life. Helping people in an MLM just means I help myself, but I need a big-ass team of people, and some of those people also need to hit certain ranks so that I can keep my rank. That is helping people in multi-level marketing companies. It is not actually helping people. You're just looking out for yourself and for your own paycheck. Then this inspirational post says, swallow your pride. I would say that people who say no to the business opportunity, who say no to Monat, don't do that because they're so full of pride and prejudice. They just understand it's a shitty business model with overpriced products that will not do wonders for them. That is not pride, that is thinking, doing your own research, and then taking a step back and saying no to a business opportunity where the majority of people will not make money but lose money. It's actually a very smart choice. Lean into the tug on your heart in MLM languages just means don't think about it, don't question, don't do your research, jump in, do it, start now. And I'm here to tell you don't do it. Think about a business opportunity, and if it is really a good business opportunity, when the majority of people will not make money but will lose money. Life is too short. I agree with that, and that is why you should not join Monat. Because if you were in Monat, please feel free to comment down below. What are your thoughts about the period of time? Did you think it was wonderful? Did you think it was awesome? Or do you wish that you never joined? Because it is very likely that people who join Monat and who are not able to make this work for them, which is for the majority of people, they will lose a lot of money and they will lose a lot of time, and they probably created a lot of weird-ass posts and they will never get that time back. So I agree, life is too short. So don't join an MLM, don't join Monat. According to Monat's own qualification requirements that I showed you at the beginning, you have to be at one of the director ranks and you have to have a certain amount of people under you hitting certain ranks so that you can get certain points so that you can participate in this elite trip. And as it was also stated, it is important that you have as many people under you that you yourself recruited that have hit at least the MMB rank plus up. So the first qualifying rank where you get 6 points for is the MMB rank. I think this is a good time to take a look at Monat's income disclosure statement. I'm still looking at the US one from 2021. That is the only one that is out at the moment. 2022 isn't yet. Let's see how much people at that rank and up are actually able to make, how helpful it is, or how helpful it might be for the people at the top. You qualify if you're able to recruit a lot of people yourself that are at the MMB rank, the Managing Market Builder rank, and above in 1 year. The more people you have under you with that rank and higher, the more likely you will be elite. MMB is the rank of Managing Market Builder, and it is the 5th rank from the bottom with a median annual gross earnings of $9,095. That is $757.91 monthly. That is before expenses and before taxes. That is, in my opinion, not great money for the time and for the effort that you will have to spend, that you will have to invest to even hit those ranks. And only 0.79% out of people in the company are able to hit that rank. You're able to make more points if people rank up higher than MMB, but only 1.43% of people are at those ranks, which leaves the rest of the company, the people that don't qualify for this, at 98.57% that are at the first 4 ranks in Monat. If we take a look at Monat's compensation plan, we see that at the MMB rank, you must have at least 4 people under you with 2 MMPs who also have 2 people under them to each hit their rank. So if you're at the MMB rank, you must have 2 market partners at the managing market partner rank, and you're only able to hit that rank if you're able to recruit at least 2 people. And if you are at the managing market builder rank with at least 4 people, according to the compensation plan, you also have a PV requirement, 500 PV per month. That is about $1 that you have to hit in personal volume every single month. That is your personal sales and purchases. Then you also have a 5,000 GV per month, that is group volume, and in theory, $1,250 in sales has to happen per person if you have 4 people under you. Group volume is like personal volume. It is something that has to come from you and your own downline, excluding the next MMB or above. And we know that those numbers are not doable. You need way more than 4 people to realistically achieve your numbers. There are lots of team calls available on YouTube where the team leads speak about exactly that topic. Yes, it would be sufficient to have that amount of people on your team according to the compensation plan, but it is highly unlikely for you and your team to hit the necessary requirements. There are SEDs and EDs who, in theory, only have to have 6 or 8 people in their downline, but in order to fulfill all of the necessary requirements, you actually need hundreds or thousands of people. The SED rank only needs 8 people, but realistically, you need way more if you want to achieve a $7,000 group volume and an $800,000 downline volume. So at every rank, you have a certain minimum requirement, but it is not realistic for a market partner to achieve their goals at that rank with only the minimum amount of people. And if we assume that people who are at the top of the compensation plan, who in theory only need 6 or 8 people on their team, but actually have hundreds and thousands of people on their team, if we do the math, then we can assume that you need dozens of people in your downline to achieve the requirements if you are at the MMB rank. I'm picking that rank specifically because that is the lowest rank where you need to have a certain amount of people to get a certain amount of points to then be eligible or potentially eligible for elite. Please stay with me on this little math excursion and let's go back to the income disclosure statement of 2021, because here we can see that the majority of people in Monat are at the market partner rank, the MP rank, with 93.36% of people, and they have a median annual gross earnings of $21. These people lose money. 3.26% of people are at the second lowest rank, the managing market partner. They make $1,686 annually. If you joined that year and you had to purchase a starter pack, if you attend one of their conventions, if you purchase products, all of that is also before taxes. It is very likely that you don't make a lot of money and that you will even lose money at that rank. Now, if the majority of people in Monat are at those 2 lowest ranks, it is very likely that all of the directors that are on the elite trip also have the majority of people on their team at those 2 lowest ranks, because it is a representation for the majority of people in the company, aka also in the individual teams. And if we take a look at the caption again, with the numbers in mind that I just presented to you, then it doesn't look that inspirational anymore. What do you do for a living? I help people fall in love with their life. I don't think that people will be able to fall in love with their life if they spend a lot of money on Monat products, on the starter packs, on the conventions, on the trips that they're enticed to join, and then they lose money because they spend more than they make back. That is not people falling in love with their lives. That is people spending a lot of money so that the very few people at the top are able to make some money here or there, so that they're able to hit their ranks and to keep their ranks, and so that they're able to go on lavish elite trips. In order to see what is actually going on in Monat, we should take a look at another post from the person who is at number 7 of Monat's Elite. Oh, hi friends. I let myself breathe for a few weeks and unplugged more this month than I have in a long time. I'm the type of person who can go a million miles a minute until I just can't. I know I joke a lot about being a fire wife, But to be completely transparent, sometimes it's really hard. You're alone for 24 hours, you're waiting for them to sleep, to decompress for the next 24 hours, then you get 24 hours of normal until it starts back up. When we're thick into summer sports and I'm trying to juggle their activities, the house and my business, that's usually when it hits me the hardest. When my independent self doesn't feel so strong. It's like my brain hits a wall. But I'm making a promise to myself to be more thoughtful and intentional with my time. To take a breath when I need it without guilt. To focus on the things I can control, give the rest to God. And also be more bold in sharing what an absolute gift Monat has been for me and our crazy schedule. There is a lot of words, in my opinion, not a lot of substance, but let's go back to the most essential part of this caption, in my opinion. I let myself breathe for a few weeks and unplugged more this month than I have in a long time. In a multi-level marketing company, this is a very privileged situation. If you're able to take a few weeks off and you're able to unplug. For the majority of people in MLMs, that is not the case. The majority of people will be on their phones a lot, beside their regular job. If this is their full-time job, they will be on that anyways. They'll have to be on a lot of team calls, on a lot of Zoom calls, on a lot of opportunity calls, creating reels and posts and being on lives, trying to entice people to join them, trying to sell the business opportunity and trying to sell a product here or there. The fact that somebody is able to take a break and to recharge, because it sounds like Monat is very, very stressful besides your regular life. You're only able to do this because you're able to profit off of the efforts, the work, the hustle, and the grind of your people in your downline. The downline where the majority of people make hardly any money or lose money. $21, that is what the majority of people make on average, median annual gross earnings last year at the very first rank, over 93% of people. So the fact that people like this are able to take a step back when they need to take a breath because their MLM life is so stressful, then that is a luxurious situation their downlines don't have. They will try to make money, they will try to recruit people, they will try to sell products, but they will very likely not achieve this with no fault of their own. Those posts, in my opinion, are supposed to be real and raw and inspirational, but to me, the more I dive into anti-MLM content and posts like this, the more I find them actually gross. I'm able to take a step back, but you gotta work and hustle and do what you have to do so that I can go on a cruise in the Mediterranean for a couple of days. Yikes. Because of posts like this, and because these are the people that are at the top of Monat, that was the Monat Elite 10 to number 7, I will continue in other videos with the people that are at the very tippity top. I do not believe that Monat is doing that well, and I do not believe that these people are doing that well either. If they have to open up online boutiques, to actually start a business of their own, if they purchase real estate and turn that into Airbnb, to have an actual extra stream of income, if people, after disappearing in their caves of nothingness, are showing up again on social media, presenting themselves to their teams, presenting the business opportunity to the general public, although they haven't done that before for years, then it shows me that there's a certain desperation happening. Monat, in my opinion, is not doing well. People are jumping ship, and Monat, and also these top people, are struggling. There are top Monat people that are also considered elite that are on their social media pretty much begging former market partners to return to Monat, to join their team again, and to give it another shot. That speaks desperation to me and not elite. And yes, that really happened. One of the people that are considered the top 10 in the company are on their social media begging for people to come back. That will come up in one of the next videos when I speak about Monat's Elite. This was Elite 10 to 7. Didn't see a lot of fact there. There was not a lot of truth that was spread, lots of misinformation, damaging information even. Rubbing oil on your skin when you go into the sun, good job. And I'm being so nitpicky here because these are the people that are supposed to be the leaders, the most successful, the most knowledgeable, the most hyped up people because they were able to help that many people. I really, really doubt that, and I find the information these people put out rather dangerous because in MLMs, Critical thinking is not necessarily encouraged. And who are the downlines looking up to? These uplines. And if they spread misinformation on their own social media, like Monat is not a scam, MLMs are not a scam because I was able to scam enough people out of a lot of money so that I was inducted into the MDC. Once again, why is that always popping up in my head? I was able to sell a lot of shampoo. That's why I'm successful. Yet you're not really showing why this is a scam at all. But you're alleging that you're spreading a lot of facts, but there's nothing factual there. Skincare, hair care from people who do not even know the very basics of skincare and hair care is dangerous. People being on their social media pretending that they're lifting other people up, that they're helping other people, but in reality they just help themselves. And taking a mental health recharge break in general is great, but to brag about that on your social media when your downline doesn't have the luxury to do that, then that's not elite to me. That is just shitty. That is not tippity top. That is bottom. And that's why I'm being very nitpicky here. And I will continue to be very nitpicky in these types of videos. If you like these types of videos, if you like to learn more about Monat Elite, once again, check out the Clown Towns channel. I will link their 2 lives below. I'm excited to take a look at part 2 myself. I haven't done that. Also, Echo's channel is linked down below if you want to take a look there. And I would encourage you to take a look. It's also linked down below at the specific live where 2 of the people that are still coming up here that are also elite really pretty much don't like each other on a live, and they're not able to hide it. And I'm here to see the Monat Rejuveneek facade slip away. If you are as well, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something, please do so in the comment section down below. Don't miss out on any further Monat Elite videos. It's getting better and better and better. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, tschüss!